Let's get it on, baby. Don't run away from the specialness. We're ready to go. I can hit like that too. Don't run away, Gervonta. Let's go. I will never panic against a bully. I've dealt with that in school, and I beat a couple bullies down, so I'm not worried about it. We just have to see with time. I know I will KO Gervonta Davis in 2 rounds, and he knows that. And he sensed it. And I'm being generous. The first round, I might let him survive just so I could fulfill my promise. And you know what? You know how I know he's scared? He's saying that I'm on steroids. It shows you're really scared. Come on now. I don't need anything. All I need is God.
Tank, I'm going to say it in front of Mike and Jeremy. If you do not take this fight, your legacy is forever tainted. Nobody will ever remember your name. Nobody. The money's there. I know you love money, but money's there. If you don't take the fight next, your whole legacy forever is tainted if you don't take the next fight with me. Oh my God.
God damn, Tank. I ain't never heard no shit like this.
Eddie Hearn came out today and he said there's a possibility that Ryan Garcia could end up fighting Fortuna next. So that took the whole boxing world by surprise because we were under the impression that Ryan was going to fight Tank. He kind of used Tank to get out of the Devin Haney fight. Then he used Pacquiao to get out of the Tank fight. Then he used Tio name to kind of save face to why he not fighting Pacquiao. And now he supposedly might fight Fortuna. What's your take on that?
I mean, it just you never can tell what these guys are going to say next. You know what I mean? But it seems like he's all over the place. Ryan Garcia, 1 minute he's fighting Tank. He's looking for fight the winner of the mandatory for Devin. Then he's Pacquiao. I mean, I'm sure it'll probably be next. It'll be Mike Tyson or, Deontay Wilder or somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's always anything other than doing the one thing that you did, that you fought the eliminator for. And that's to fight Devin Haney for the world title. And understand, he doesn't have any hardware, but it's a fight that the fans want to see. We're open and honest about that. I don't want to downplay his skill set. I don't want to downplay him, but I do want to say that he is ducking. He's 100% ducking right now.
So what's the purpose of another eliminator, Ryan and Fortuna fighting each other? If Ryan is...
I don't know how many eliminators Fortuna done fought, you know what I'm saying? But, he didn't fought an eliminator to be a mandatory. Now Ryan has fought an eliminator and they're choosing to fight each other, right? It's probably the first time in history something like this has never happened.
We know Ryan is not going to fight Devin next because his ultimate goal is Tank. So what's the purpose for another eliminator, even though he's not going to fight Devin next?
I wouldn't say it's an eliminator because according to Mauricio, those were the 1 and 2 mandatories. The fight between Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia was an eliminator to be the mandatory, and he's the interim champion. So I don't see where the interim champion goes and fights an eliminator bout.
Yeah, well, you recently had a conversation with Samson where he pretty much admitted that Fortuna been avoiding Devin, but he said he was ready now. So we thought it was a foregone conclusion that now he's going to step up to the plate. However, now both Ryan and Fortuna, they rather eliminate each other. So what's your thoughts on now Fortuna backtracked yet again when it comes to fighting Devin?
Javier Fortuna being one of Samson's champions, coming up the ladder. I said to Samson, let's make it happen. No way you get Javier Fortuna. I said, okay. Have I said the story right, Mr. Samson?
I need to tell you the truth, like always I talk. It's precise exactly what happened. Finally, you got me. Like I'm like a mouse next to a big cat. I cannot run anymore.
Okay.
And if I feel that I cannot beat him, like Mr. Lopez asked for $10 million.
Oh.
That's the reason that he believes he cannot beat Haney. That is the reason he asked for $10 million.
Well, Fortuna is the oldest duck of them all. You know what I'm saying? And the people, I don't know, where did they get something about us ducking Javier Fortuna? We've been chasing Javier Fortuna for years. Every time Devin announces a fight, then you hear from Javier Fortuna. You've heard from us. You've heard from, you've heard from me. You've heard from Devin. You know what I mean? But we have yet to hear from them, you know? So we hear the rumors about him fighting Ryan Garcia is all that I've heard.
Why do you think Fortuna choosing Ryan over the champion Devin?
He considers that to be an easier fight. I think that the entire lightweight division, fabulous for, I've heard a lot of different names being described about Teofimo, Devin, Tank, and Ryan. I think out of all of them, the other three agree that Ryan is the weakest link out of the four. So it wouldn't surprise me that Javier Fortuna would pick him, but I wouldn't see why he wouldn't. If he thought that he could beat Devin, is why he would not be pressing to have the fight, to have a world title fight.
Right. Was there ever a time in history where a fighter forced the champion to pretty much surrender the title, then have 4 eliminators that kept eliminating each other instead of fighting him? Do you ever recall a time in history that this took place?
I can't recall a time, and I've been asking like some of the boxing historians that we know, do they remember a time like this? And so far, I'm this is the first time that I've heard of it happening.
Obviously, it was Tio, one of the people that kept pushing the narrative that Devin was avoiding Fortuna. I think he saw that somewhere on his Instagram comment section. What's your take on Tio? He keep pointing at people for Devin to fight instead of stepping up to the plate.
Right, which he's like I said, it's the total opposite of what his descriptive was, what a champion meant, and what a champion is supposed to be. Initially, before the Lomachenko fight, he had a lot of things to say about what champions should do and how they should conduct themselves. And I think that he's doing the total opposite of what he preached pre-Lomachenko.
How Devin feel about pretty much Ryan using Tank name to avoid him in a way and save face in the process?
It's something that we developed over years, and it's called patience. Patience and frustration don't run the same way. They don't run on the same street. We tend to, pride ourselves with having patience and professionalism. So we can only get in the ring with the fighter that wants to get in there. It takes 2 to tango. You've seen Devin and Teofimo's interactions together. You've seen when Teofimo has had the opportunity to fight him, and he's found every excuse in the book. And now his excuse is a mandatory. Well, we know with mandatories, you talk to the sanctioning bodies, and if it's a fight that's bigger, if it's a fight that's more lucrative, then obviously the sanctioning bodies won't get in your way. So I just think that that's it's blasphemy, the way that he's doing, the way that he's insulting other lightweights, and including Devin, you know what I mean? And instead of opting to be a professional, and fight him.
Hold up. Who do you guys want? Which one? We want Tank. You hear them? Let's go.
You 5'5", you don't need a ladder to hit me. You're gonna need a Stairmaster. Boy, you won't be able to touch me. You ain't never fought a 135 in your life. Just different. I don't care what you say. You ain't got nothing. Boy, I don't care. You too ugly to be all fucking kids. And that's from Muhammad Ali. Boy, I'm pretty. You ain't never seen nothing like me, I promise you. You gonna go down. You see me with the bow tie, man. 2 rounds is all gonna take. You can talk to Mike. Have a good time with Mike.
Yeah, this shit, man.
On me. Oh, don't worry. You can. Hey, yeah, hit me with that shot. You're gonna need a Stairmaster, boy.
Yes.
Hey, keyword. Would've. If.
Can your next fight be with this nigga, man? What? Nigga, we on worldwide television. Can you fight this nigga talking mad shit, man?
Let's go! Let's go! Hey, sign in 1,000. Hey, look at me. I'm dancing. I'm happy. Look, I'm dancing bachata on you. I'm dancing bachata. Hey! I'm happy. Let's go. Let's get it on, baby. Let's get it on.
Hey, man, you gotta do something, man. You gotta let him talk the next fight. You gotta let this nigga talk this shit. Look at him, man.
Woo! Let's go, Jay. Let's go. Bang, there
go. He's out.